Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we head over to Tamarack Golf Course for the Dennis Walters Golf Show, where we will see some great trick shots and hear an inspiring story. Then we check out the East Brunswick Young Adult Charity Players' original production, Grow Up. We also have Chanty Jong, a survivor of the Cambodian killing fields, tell her life story during a special presentation at the library. Al Nygren continues his filmmaker interviews for the New Jersey Film Fest as David Dubin visits the studio. All this and more, so stay with us. The Dennis Walters Golf Show recently came to Tamarack Golf Course in East Brunswick. The show is a 1-hour combination of golf lessons and life lessons, full of great golf, great fun, and an inspiring message.
Well, I've always loved to play golf, and my big dream was always to play successfully on the PGA Tour. I had an accident in 1974 which left me paralyzed from the waist down, and at that time it's looking pretty bad for my dream of becoming a professional golfer.
While it would have been easy to give up on his dream, life without golf was never an option for Dennis.
Well, I started out with trying to figure out some way to cope with what I thought was a pretty hopeless situation. The fact that all my dreams went down the drain. I had no shot of playing golf according to everybody else. But my dad, my best friend, and I figured maybe there might be a way. I started by hitting golf balls from a wheelchair. I really didn't want to live my life without having golf in it, and this was my first attempt, which was great for the practice tee because I could hit balls all day on the range to get my swing back and start working on my game, but I couldn't play golf on the course because I couldn't push the wheelchair all the way around. We then came up with this idea for the swivel seat, and that's really the way I got back on the golf course. It allowed me to still play golf sitting down. The main reason why people said I'd never be able to play golf is they said, well, you can't stand up. How in the world can you play golf? Wheelchair, swivel seat, here we are at Tamarack.
Dennis hits several trick shots in his show using a variety of rather unusual clubs. Walter's theory is that with a good swing, you can hit a good shot with anything, and he proves this to be true by using clubs made out of a fishing pole, radiator hose, and more.
Our show is great golf. It's great fun, but there's a point to it. And the point is, if I can do this, something almost every single person said would be impossible to do, then I want them to relate this story to their situation. It's a universal message. It applies to anything, not just golf. It applies to everything. So if they can get this concept that very few things are impossible, if you're willing to work hard, persevere, and hang in there, I mean, no one's going to give you success. But if you're willing to do all those things and hang in there for the long haul, you can achieve success at anything. And that's what I want people. I want people to leave here with a smile on their face, something to think about. And if we do that, then we've done our job.
Dennis began touring the country with this message and has made over 3,000 appearances since 1977. And for the past couple of years, he has been joined by a very special friend.
Bucky is the opening act in our show. Even Frank Sinatra had an opening act. And Bucky's going to come out here. He's going to put a golf ball on a tee, he's going to dance around, and he's going to answer questions. He barks out the answers to questions when the answer to that particular question is a number. He's very good in math, general information, and he knows a lot about golf. How many times did Jack Nicklaus win the Masters? 6 is right. How about Arnold Palmer? Right again. How about Tiger? You are correct, sir. How about me? Right again. Okay.
The PGA of America recognized Walters as one of only 11 honorary lifetime members for his work and dedication to the sport.
It's one of the nicest things that ever happened to me. It's one of the things I'm most proud of. And 3 of those people were presidents of the United States. So, not that I'm not in their league or anything, but it was nice that the PGA of America did that. I also won the Distinguished Service Award, which is the highest honor the PGA of America has. So all of those things were very humbling and much appreciated.
In 2009, Dennis was appointed a spokesperson and national ambassador for the First Tee, an international youth development organization with a mission to positively impact the lives of young people through golf.
The First Tee is a great group because they teach young people valuable things that will help them in their entire life. Yes, they learn about golf, which is a phenomenal lifetime recreation. You can play long after you can't play the other sports. It's out in a nature-friendly environment. It fulfills the need for recreation that every person has. It's a way to learn things. They teach valuable life lessons through the game of golf, and I really like that concept, learning about life through golf. There's 9 core values for the first tee, and they're all taught on the golf course. For example, one of the core values is honesty. Golf is unlike every other sport. You're the referee. Call penalties on yourself. You have to keep your own score. So the young people are taught how to be honest on the golf course. It's then translated through all other aspects of their lives, and that's how they learn. It's great if you're a young person who wants to learn about golf and learn about life, the first tee is the best place I can think of to do that. To me, a real dream is not something you have at night. It's a positive thought in your head and your heart, and doing whatever it takes to make it come true. That's a dream. And I think everyone should have one. Never too young. No expiration dates on dreams. You have to be willing to pay the price, work hard, persevere, but with those ingredients, I think anyone can achieve success at anything. Every one of you know how the metal clubs sound. Listen up, be real quiet, and take a listen here. See which sound you prefer. I actually like this sound better. I think the thing that I guess I'm happiest about is that I was able to have a career in golf. That's what I really want to do. I've been a professional golfer for 36 years. But I've had the opportunity to positively influence others. That's made it even better. First tee, Raritan Valley, New Jersey.
Hi, my name is Vivian Leong, reporting for This Week in East Brunswick, and today I'm here with Chanty Jong, who spoke about her heroic escape from Cambodia. And Chanty, can you please tell the audience a little about yourself?
Yes, my name is Chanty. I'm from Cambodia. I just share a story about how I survived through the Khmer Rouge during the genocide killing field regime, and I survived through the minefield when I escaped Cambodia to the United States. Cambodia before 1975, the country was free, just like here. My father was a principal in elementary school. My mother owned a restaurant, and I have 5 sisters and brothers, including me. I'm the oldest. Life was happy until 1975. I was in 3rd grade. I was 8 years old, almost 9. There was a group of people, a group of Cambodian people called themselves Khmer Rouge. This group of people, their leader named Pol Pot. They lived in the jungle. They came to take over the country. They came to the capital city, Cambodia, called Phnom Penh. They evacuated all the city people. They just come, okay, everybody have to get out of your house. You will be back in 3 days. So nobody need to bring a lot of food or clothes or anything. So when we heard that, most of us did not bring a lot of food or clothes or anything to prepare ourselves. So we just grab anything that we can grab on time, and they rushed us to get out. If you don't get out, they beat you, and sometimes they kick you, sometimes they just shoot you. If you are slow, they're very violent. And then they start to separate us. Children from 7 years old to 12 years old go to children's camp to build the twin roads. They said that twin road you are going to build for the truck to carry food from the city to the children's camp. But it's not true, because during children's camp we build the road so hard, and in the summer, like in my country, summer 6 months and rain non-stop 6 months, monsoon season. So we build the road in the summer. We grow rice in the field. So when the rice is ripe, they took it all to the city. and we starve. Father go to father's camp to build a dam to block the water during the monsoon season, block the water so that we can have this water to grow right during the summer. All separate, and my mom stay home in the village with my 4 sisters and brother. Tonight, I hope people will find some inspiring part of my story and they can reflect in their life. I would like the audience to learn that everyone has bad days and good days. But when you have bad days, sometimes you can change and find the courage and be brave to do what you decide and try the best to find the solution. And for me, my bad day is long, but sometimes you have bad day in school or anywhere. Try the best you can to find the solution. Be courageous. And then I said, I was standing still like this. I was looking and see all the picture that children falling down with bloody everywhere, and the tree, everything falling down. My children try to run, fall down, and then try to run, fall down. Not many children made it. So I was just standing still, trying to decide which way to go. I said, okay, that way, jungle, that way, jungle. I cannot survive with the wild animal and no food. Go with the Khmerus, they're gonna kill me. Now, which way do I have left? Only the machine gun. I said, if somebody come to rescue me, those people must be good, try to help me. I grabbed my sarong and I said, I am gonna run, close my eyes, keep running toward the machine gun. And the gun kept shooting at me. And my friend falling down, I said, don't look. And then grabbed my sarong and I kept running. Run until I passed the crowd. I don't look back because bloody smoke, noise, everything. And then I come close to the machine gun. The man who's trying to shoot like that, they saw me in the rice field. He said, come on, they stopped the gun. He said, come on, hurry up. And I looked, there was nobody, only me.
I'm Vivian Leong, reporting for This Week in East Brunswick. We'll see you next week.
Hi, it's Al Nygren again from the New Jersey Film Festival, back with another filmmaker interview. But before I introduce our next guest, I'd like to just remind you that the New Jersey Film Festival will be taking place from September 6th through November 15th on select Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings at Rutgers University. We have 2 primary locations. Voorhees 105 is our state-of-the-art facility on College Avenue, about a block away from the New Brunswick train station. And our secondary space is on Thursday evenings, and that's the Ruth Adams Building, room 001, where we show mostly classic experimental films, with a few exceptions to that. But today, I have David Dubin here, who's the focus of a documentary called Alive and Kickn, and he's going to be telling us a little bit about that film. Tell us, welcome, first of all, David.
Happy to be here.
And tell us a little bit about how you got involved in this film, what its focus is.
Well, the film focuses essentially on the foundation Alive and Kickn, something that we created over the last several years. It's originally the foundation was based around, I guess, me. I've survived quite a few bouts with cancer, and I've been a soccer player since I was 5, so still play the game, and hence the name Alive and Kickn.
Great. And your film is a kind of mix between your experience with a colorectal cancer, correct?
Correct.
And you serve also as a kind of spokesman for the foundation because your mission is to...
Well, colon cancer and genetic cancers are kind of behind on the table of awareness and prevention. Colon cancer is one of the few cancers that's actually preventable. So, while we're doing our work for Alive and Kickn, awareness is still a primary focus because in 90% of the cases of colon cancer, it's preventable if detected early or with regular screening. unlike what I have.
And most people don't get a scan, right? A scope.
It's not a question of most. It's a question of percentages. Barely half of all people who are of age or should, based upon hereditary issues, actually do get scoped on a regular basis.
Why do you think 100%? Why isn't it 100%? People are scared, or?
Well, we all have a certain amount of time in the day, so that part is understandable. But you do have the stigma. You do have the punchline of a colonoscopy. People talk about the prep like it was 20 years ago, where it was just gallons of chalk, and they just don't want to go through it. Right. Or for whatever other reasons, they just don't get around to it, and that's unfortunate.
So how does the soccer part, besides you loving to play soccer, how do you connect these two?
Well, we wanted to reach a certain audience. Again, with colon cancer, it's stereotypically an older man's disease, and that's just not the case. Almost as many women get colon cancer as breast cancer, which most people don't think about. So we wanted to reach women, we wanted to reach people under age 50, and we did want to reach multiple ethnicities, not just your Caucasian. And we could think of no better way than soccer. And since I still play, it's a good excuse to get out there and use whatever methods I have of communication to get the word out.
You know, it's funny because your film goes through a jurying process that's two-tiered. All the films that we got about 390 films for this round. And most of those films are kind of seen by a pre-screening jury, and they weed it down to 100, 150 works. And the pre-screening jury knew that I was a soccer lover as well, because I played since I was a kid. Don't play as much as I should these days. But they said, you're going to love this film. But I kind of felt like I shouldn't watch it because I didn't want my personal bias to kind of, skew the jurying process.
Okay.
So I didn't sit in on your film, and it still got in. So it was a very powerful film. And tell the folks about the marathon that's coming up as well.
Well, we created an event called the Alive and Kick-a-thon. It's essentially a soccer marathon. It can be any number of durations depending on the location, but the one we originally did in northern New Jersey, New York City area, we actually did 24 hours. We started at 6 p.m. on a Friday, and we ended at 6 p.m. on Saturday. We played through the night. Obviously, the ages play against ages, so you have younger kids earlier in the evening. Some of the older crowd shows up a little later on. A whole bunch of us adults were playing in the middle of the night, under the stars, the lights on, New York City in the background. And the next morning, we rotated through again with other teams and other ages. And we were overwhelmed with the amount of popularity and our ability to scale this on a national basis. It's awesome.
That's wonderful. Well, when is the marathon this year?
The North Jersey Soccer Marathon, once again, is October 4th and 5th.
Cool.
It's at Overpeck Park. But we've done one in New England, and we're doing them in Philadelphia and Colorado.
Great. The Red Bulls should do it for you, too.
Well, the Red Bulls are involved. I mean, that's actually our, if you want to call it a
sponsor.
Business model, is that we partner with the Major League Soccer teams.
Because they do a similar thing, too.
Right. Is to get MLS teams involved because it fits within their business. They're looking to grow with their fan base. And we fit with their message because it reaches the same audience. Colon cancer soccer, it's not exactly a typical fit, but the demographics work.
I think so, too. Well, folks, you have to absolutely come and see this film. It will be screening on Sunday, September 22nd. You can meet Dave in person as well as his beautiful wife. And the director-producer team, Brett and Ralph Moll, they'll be there as well to take questions and to do an intro. So if you'd like more information, go to our website, njfilmfest.com. Click on where it says New Jersey Film Festival Fall 2013 schedule. Work your way down to September 22nd, and you can get a description of Alive and Kicking, the wonderful film that we'll be screening. It's actually the opening short film. The second film is called Far and I in the Storm, and Angelique Papalides sorry I butchered your name, Angelique, is going to be there also. She's an Australian filmmaker who was here during Hurricane Sandy, and she documents that horrible storm and how it ravaged the New Jersey and New York area. And so that's a really kind of very powerful double bill that we have that evening, and hope you can join us. Again, 7 p.m., Sunday, September 22nd, Voorhees 105. more information at njfilmfest.com or call us at 848-932-8482. Thanks so much for coming.
My pleasure.
Hi, I'm Vivian Leong reporting for This Week in East Brunswick, and today we're at the Playhouse 22 at the East Brunswick Cultural Arts Center. Tell me a little bit about the play, Grow Up.
Sure. It takes place at a job fair, and we have a bunch of high school students ready to graduate, and we see what they're excited for, what they're nervous for. It's really great because a lot of the students in the show are in high school right now or have just left or about to enter it, so they're going through all of this.
And how did you come up with this idea, this plot?
It took a lot of. It was actually an idea that we all sort of agreed on together. It was one of those brainstorming sessions where one person would come up with a completely different idea, but this one we finally all said, well, this works perfectly. I mean, we have the teenage cast already, and it's something that everyone has to deal with. So
it's a very familiar subject for everyone, including the people like us on the board who have gone through it, and the people who are about to go into it, and the people who are literally, we have somebody giving a speech about graduation, and we started working on that 2 weeks after she actually graduated. It's really cool to see, for the people to see not only what they're going through represented on the stage, but things that other people go through.
And when did you join East Brunswick's Young Adult Charity Players?
This is my third summer, so 3 summers ago I joined.
I joined 4 summers ago when I was, I think, in 8th grade, and the way we both learned about it was through mutual friends. A bunch of our friends in drama club were doing this over the summer, and they said, hey, this is something we think you might be interested in. You get to spend all summer with us, and it's for a great cause.
I'll get to come together over the summer and put on a show while also raising money for a great cause. So that's why I love it, because it's not only putting on a show and where we're having fun doing something we love, but we're also raising money for charity, which I feel like is amazing. All the proceeds go to Camp Daisy.
Every year.
So all the money we make from our fundraisers, from our ticket sales, from the concession stands during intermission, from the ads in our program, all the money that we make goes to Camp Daisy. And actually this past year was the first year we did a winter benefit showcase, and that money went to benefit Hurricane Sandy relief.
Recently, your association donated $20,000 to the Daisy Association, and can you tell me how that benefited the Daisy Association?
Yeah, well, I know from money that we've previously raised, I don't know if it's exactly that much money, the one from our previous donation, but they've been able to extend their camp hours without having to charge their campers any more money.
This coming year, they're going to start a Movement and More program, which is a preschool program, which is something brand new. Usually they start around age 7 and continue up, but this is the first time they'll have younger kids, and it's really exciting to see that we helped that get off its feet.
What propelled you to join this association as opposed to your other drama opportunities?
Just the fact that it was with everyone from school and all the friends that I had just made coming from the high school, and the fact that I was putting on a show and while raising money for charity, because that was something that I've never even heard of or thought of that existed before. So the fact that I could do something that I love while also supporting a great cause, that was to me that was oh, I have to do this because it's something that actually helps.
Mm-hmm. I think what attracts a lot of people to the East Brunswick Young Adult Charity Players is the fact that it's a charity. A bunch of my friends don't do this, and they actually do other theater productions, but I think the reason why this stands out more and why a lot of my personal friends come do this more than other productions is because it is for charity. A lot of townships can't say that they have an organization like this, and it's something that I'm really proud to be a part of.
As long as you're 13 and up, I believe, 13 and up, you can join. And everyone that auditions gets in because it's a charity, so we don't see the need to send anyone away. We believe everyone has talent. They can bring something to this organization, so yeah.
And you're not limited to just East Brunswick. We have people who come from Spotswood, who come from Milltown. You don't have to be from East Brunswick in order to join the East Brunswick Young Adult Charity Players, so that's fun.
It's really great that we're able to use something that we love, like theater, to give back to the community that we love, and we just have such amazing kids that come back summer after summer, and they make everything worth it.
And would you continue this next year?
Possibly. I mean, I would love to. It's just a matter of time for me. But if time allows it, I would definitely come back.
I am definitely coming back as choreographer. I loved this experience. I love this organization, and I hope to be back next year.
It is such a family that it's hard to not come back to this same group, because you'd hang out with them no matter where they are. It just so happens that they all decided to come here. But it's definitely a community, and it's one that you want to be a part of. It's one that once you're there, you don't want to leave.
I think that will be remembered for putting on great shows and also raising so much money for such a great organization.
Because we feel that a lot of people come into this show thinking, oh, it's charity, it's not going to be too great, they're just doing this to give back to the community. But we're doing much more than that. Yes, we are giving back to the community, but we take rehearsals very seriously. We take this show very seriously. We push our kids to the edge. We want the best out of them, and we always wow the audience every single time we put on a show, because we give them so much more than they're expecting, which is another great thing about this, that we don't just settle for mediocrity. We don't just settle for, oh, we're just a charity organization. We go for it, and that's another thing that I'm very proud of, that we impress people.
And for viewers who are interested in the play Grow Up, be sure to check out their Facebook as well as their website. Thank you for watching This Week in East Brunswick. I'm Vivian Leong. We'll see you next week.
The East Brunswick Public Library recently invited young readers to come out and read to a dog, giving children a chance to practice their reading skills.
Usually every other month we have a group of certified therapy dogs come to the library. They come in and sit down in the meeting room, and kids come in with their books and they practice their reading. And the dogs are very good listeners. They don't judge if you mispronounce something or if you skip a word. And we found that it's very good practice for kids who are a little bit reluctant to read or are having a tough time reading, or kids that just love dogs and want to practice their reading. It's a fun program, and it's kind of interesting to see how the kids interact with the dogs. And the dogs are just so well behaved and very sweet. So it's one of our favorite programs here at the library. Our next session for Read to a Dog will be on Saturday, October 5th at 1 o'clock. Come 15 minutes before the program begins and show us your East Brunswick Library card, and you'll get a free ticket for the Read to the Dog program. Thanks, and I hope to see you there.
Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching.